It's early October 2022 and I'm starting my first Camino. I'll be following the Via Podiensis, which is considered the main and most popular way in France. It goes all the way from the Puy-en-Velay to Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port, and from there I'll be following the Camino Francés, which is the main Camino in Spain, and probably the best option at this time of year. And finally, I'll take the Camino Fisterra. That's a Camino you can follow after reaching Santiago. It's about 4 days long and takes you to Fisterra and then Muxía. I left the Cathedral of Le Puy-en-Velay this morning after attending the Mass that they have for pilgrims every day. There's a Mass at 7 a.m. every day where the pilgrims get blessed, and then you can get your little pilgrim passport, and I also got myself a little shell. My backpack is a bit heavier than usual because we are in October and it can get pretty cold, but this is actually a very beautiful autumn day. It's been quite warm and very, very nice. Because I'm collecting data for a hiking app, I end up re-hiking 6 kilometers so I can include a small alternate on the app. I was in Le Puy last year in November to hike the Stevenson Trail, and the autumn colors were at their peak. It's funny to see how just a month can make a big difference, because it's pretty green right now. Yesterday I thought my backpack was a bit on the heavy side because of all the winter gear, but after last night I'm pretty happy with what I have. I don't think I have something I don't need. I noticed that there are a lot of dry toilets along the trail that were not here last year. Hopefully that can prevent from having toilet paper or worse all over the trail. There are a lot of them and you could do a pretty long section of trail without ever pooping in the woods. Mind blowing. Today I'm walking through Gévaudan, which is famous in France because of a monster that killed a lot of people in the 14th century, the Beast of Gévaudan. It was a mystery that captivated France for a long time until it was finally killed at a time when nobody cared anymore. Turned out to be a giant wolf, or more likely a bunch of them. I've had a strong déjà vu feeling all day. That is because I hiked this section last year actually on the French Discovery Trail, and I was going against the flow, which was quite funny because everybody was telling me that I was going the wrong way. And I remember this nice little hut that I had lunch at. I'm hoping to stay there tonight. Shouldn't be too far, maybe an hour or so. So 1 year later, I am back in this little hut. That's going to be perfect for the night. So dinner, mashed potatoes with a bit of garlic and some onion soup mixed with the mashed potatoes and some parmesan to go with it. Pretty nice. That was a pretty cold night last night in the hut. There was frost when I woke up this morning, and the hut was located at the region border. So this morning I changed counties and regions from Haute-Loire in Auvergne. I am now in Lozère in Occitanie. Last night when I was in my tent, I realized that I lost my headlamp, which really sucks because I need it pretty much all the time that I am in my tent, because it's dark in the morning and in the evening pretty early, and I even hike like an hour in the morning in the dark, so that is a big bummer. But I ordered a new one that should arrive in Figeac, which is maybe 2 or 3 days from here. And tonight we'll try to stay in a dormitory, in a gîte somewhere, because my batteries are pretty much all flat because of the cold at night. It is day 6 and I haven't yet met someone going to Santiago. It looks like everybody is section hiking at this time of year. I had lunch in Conques a bit earlier and I think that was the prettiest village I ever seen in France. That was really beautiful. After being unsuccessful at finding accommodation for 2 days, 2 days ago all the jets were full. Yesterday I booked one but I had to be there before 7 p.m. so I cancelled it when I saw that I wouldn't make it. Not quite sure why you have to be there before 7, that seems a bit early. I found one today near Decazeville and apparently I'll be the only one there. I should be there in about an hour or so I'll be able to charge all my stuff, which is good because all my batteries are pretty much flat now. I have this jet to myself tonight. This place is really cool, it's beautiful. And the owner is super nice. He stayed for a bit and we chatted for a while. He told me a lot about the local history. That Decazeville has somehow a bad rep on trail. People try to avoid it. The trail actually doesn't go through Decazeville, but the locals made an alternate that goes through it. Basically, when the mining industry closed, 2/3 of the population left, and the fact that the Camino doesn't go through town is not really good for the economy. So I got myself some nice bread, nice local goat cheese, and some nice local ham, and of course a local beer. Santé. Yesterday I stayed in Figeac, which is a really nice town, really beautiful, and I stayed at a gîte where you can pitch your tent for €5. The owner, Luc, is really nice, and I met the first pilgrim also going all the way to Santiago. And from Figeac you have 3 options. You can follow the main Camino on the GR65, or you can take one of 2 alternates. You have the Célé alternate, and from the center of Figeac you can take the Rocamadour alternate. Because I'm collecting data for a hiking app, so I have to do the 3 of them. But that's okay because the 3 ways look interesting. So I'm starting now with the GR65, and when I arrive in Cahors I turn around all the way back to Figeac on the Célé alternate, and when I'm back in Figeac I walk up towards Rocamadour on the Rocamadour alternate. I think I had one too many beers last night. I've been feeling pretty sluggish all day. And of course I have no more coffee. Lucky that it's such an easy trail and I can just be on cruise control.